What's up, guys? It's Jack. Got another Clash of Clans video. Kind of a how I wrapped up / how I'm starting this season and what's up with me right now. The April 2020 season just finished, and as you can see on my profile, I placed 6,000 in the world. It's about the top, like I think 1 or 2% of Legends League players, so not bad in general. Pretty happy with it. I mean, I didn't go as hard as I did the first season I fully pushed, which is March. But I'm not upset with that. I mean, it was alright. I'm gonna show you guys some replays from that. The first one should be Kelton. I have a variety of bases to show today. We got 2 ring bases. This is one of them. A Southern Teaser, and then I believe 1 or 2 like anti 2-stars, which are really interesting. So the main focus on this one is why I choose to queen charge with my hybrid. Where? If we pause it, we'll pause when the wall breaker is open. I look at where the single target infernos are because I'm not necessarily afraid of them, as you'll see later, but they require a lot of spell usage to get through, so if I am going to get through it, I need to get a decent chunk of the base. Well, this one, unless my queen goes left, wouldn't do anything, and this one's my goes right, but I want to get the clan castle, right? So it is kind of risky to leave the backside scattered shots, but they would kind of shred my queen with the ground expos, and he's got max level archer towers over here. So I choose the top because it's a chunk where there's DPS, but not too much, and get the clan castle, and maybe get a hero or 2 with the king and queen. We'll see how that goes. That is the plan so far. She kills the mortar, and she's just kind of chunking through here. I use the baby dragon just to make sure that she stays in. I don't know, I kind of just use that to get some baby percent, and as you see, the baby dragon will end up luring some of the clan castle, which is big. She ends up getting 2 of the witches. I poison those. I use a hog to make sure, and I get the last ice golem, which was good. And she decides to go right. She's walking into the single inferno tower, and on the side here I wall break in my king. I freeze the archer queen and inferno tower, and then start the hybrid so that they can walk around the base. My queen's going to end up using her ability as I'm sending in my hybrid here, which is okay, because she's about to get some massive value. And from here, it's just kind of spell usage. I decided to use my Yeti blimp because the queen just took out the air sweeper. I'm going to catch the Yeti blimp in the aurora of my Grand Warden, so I can use his ability right there. And then with the rage spell, the Yeti bomb will end up just clearing out everything, mostly getting the town hall, and the queen will be there for backup. The rest is pretty self-explanatory and pretty hands-off here with just cleanup. Royal Champion ability will come eventually. I'm going to go ×2 here. As you see, Royal Champion just kind of sweeping all the defenses while the miners are cleaning up behind. And from there, that's about it. She gets stuck on a trap. Other than that, the miners and the Royal Champion clean the house up. Alright, now we're going to go check out a Southern Teaser base. Alright, here we have a Southern Teaser base, which is a base where the town hall is focused in a corner with lots of defenses around it. As you see, this town hall's got 2 heroes, some archer towers, some cannons, the clan castle, ground expos from the back, and bomb towers. Now, although you want to get the town hall for a safe 2-star, I went for the triple here. So I end up queen charging this left side compartment here. And this is what I was saying in the last attack, that you can queen charge single target infernos. I think it's a lot of fun actually because it's more risky and you get more value out of it. It does require a freeze in most circumstances, which you will see. I tried to use that wizard at the top there to funnel the queen back in. Luckily for me, after she kills that camp, she does decide to walk back in. I rage her up, and like I was mentioning, gotta drop a freeze to help her ease up her damage there, because that inferno would have killed the queen. Need to save that ability. I start my king funnel at the top with a wizard, and you can kind of see the path I'm carving out here with my queen. Try to wall break the king in. He doesn't really go the way I want. I would rather him gone down, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Queen starts to take some heat, so I rage spell her up, and I send the hybrid in. Queen's forced to pop ability through all the defenses there, like the scatter shots and the double expos. and you'll see she hops on a ton of DPS right here. Focus on the queen. I can't let her die. I freeze the single inferno and the scatter shot. Keep the queen alive. And then the inferno and the scatter shot switch over to my hybrid, who's coming around in this little L shape. I use the Yeti blimp, which eats an early black bomb, and I'll pause it right here and explain something. So the clan castle, first of all, the clan castle, it's not the biggest of a deal whether you pull it or not. You can, you don't have to. You know, when it's in the back end and you have a bunch of miners and stuff up, it will kill it off. The reason I pause here, though, is if you look at the two sweepers pointed down, if you can get the Yeti blimp in front of them, so all you gotta do is get it to there. It's gotta survive with the warden ability. The sweepers will push it forward towards the town hall, giving you that extra boost, which is why I sent from this angle. So I pop the warden's ability as it starts getting in range of some defenses. See, it's only at half, and then the sweeper pushes it forward so I can rage it on the town hall. The Yetis get locked on some of the heroes, but I get the town hall regardless, which would have been the stopping factor of this raid. Some of my troops get held up on the ice golems. It's not the biggest of deals though, as my queen is jumping on a wall, but from here, really is just kind of cleanup. You'll see Royal Champions forced to pop ability. Miners kill some of the heroes, and that's about it. The next base I'll check out, or we're going to be checking out, is an anti 3-star base with a more town hall design towards like the outside offset, one would say. Yeah, let's hop right into it. This is the last replay, or I guess last 3-star I have from the end of the season. And the two after this I'll show are from the start of the season here on some more common bases. But this is, as you can see, a very interesting base. It does not have single infernos, which is good for someone who likes to queen charge. It's got a more offset town hall with an isolated, kind of like Eagle Island, they like to call them, so the queen can't reach in necessarily. I start my queen charge from the side here with the baby dragon just to make sure she kind of stays the, you know, from like the 9 to 12 area. I get her on the wall break because there's not too much DPS. And at this point, the queen, I'm going to let her go whatever way she wants. It doesn't really matter. This is another one where I leave the clan castle and it's not the end of the world. The queen decides to head up towards 12 o'clock, which is okay with me. See, I don't have to use her rage spell. I can save the rage spell, which will come in handy in the back end of the base. She gets healed up. She's profiting heal over the DPS she's bringing in. Because this guy has not max cannons. She's literally just clearing junk out, and it's good to just let her walk. My screen's kind of bugging out. Oh my gosh. Okay, and as you see, she's still chunking around. She's literally making like the little clock shape, right? As I said, my king and siege bricks on the side, they take a lot of damage. And then I send my hybrid from the top. They kind of make a mini funnel there, just clearing the garbage on the side, my king and siege bricks. As I freeze the scatter shot, because lots of gross stuff. And then I end up healing, or not healing, I do heal, and poisoning the clan castle, but they're not the biggest, you know, deal in the world. And because I sage rage spells, I can rage through the rough parts of these bases. You'll see I just get the end of the clan castle here. I pop Warden's ability when they start hopping on the town hall and getting range of that scatter shot. And I have another rage because I only needed one for my queen to use through, you know, the expos, the inferno towers, and the scatter shot. And this one we kind of just overpower it with storm there. I like showing ones where I use, you know, replays where I end up using a siege barracks because I use a blimp quite often, but it's just as effective. And from here, it's just clean up along the outside. Queen's wall hitting, but that's what she does best. I use a wizard to help clean up. Just speeding things up here, and that's about it. I believe the next replay is it's one from this season, and it is that I did today, and it is a anti-2-star base. Let's hop right into it. Here we have an anti-2-star base, which is not necessarily like a ring or you know, a tease or anything, but it's got the centralized town hall with defenses protecting it. This guy is not a max town hall 13, but does have, you know, he was more max than the last guy, to be fair. He's got a higher level cannon, he's got some of the bomb towers. And so I started my baby dragon up top just to kind of kill some of this trash off and go down towards 3 o'clock while I just enter my queen in up the top and wall breaker in. And as you can see, she's taking early heat from an Inferno tower. Get the freeze on just in time. Decide to rage her because I know she'll be running into a bunch of garbage here. And here I kind of messed up in terms of getting the queen in. I should have entered her in more at the point, if that makes sense, right here. Not down here because she lured the clan castle. She's going to have to pop ability, which is okay. Especially because I just need the queen to get this corner. But I just kind of sucked. It wasn't ideal. You know, she's killing all these storages. I used my king to hop in this little corner, make a path. He's going to rip around for the royal champion, which is good because it'll help make the funnel. And then I send in my hybrid right in this little compartment in between the two funnels with a blimp. I used the blimp because I didn't need a siege barracks, and I thought that the extra DPS of the Yetis in the core would have sufficed. I waited on the Warden's ability because the Yeti could have gotten there without it. And I was right. The Yetis just absolutely tore the core apart. And I kind of like lost sight for a second here when I popped the Warden ability. Maybe could have popped it a little bit earlier, but at the end of the day, it all worked out. I didn't use my poison on the clan castle either because they were just ice golems. I was going to use them on the heroes, but I missed that. So this isn't the most clean attack, and that's for sure. But it does show the power of hybrid. As I just clean the base out completely here. I end up having, I believe, all four heroes alive. Actually, nope, looks like World Champion's about to go down. That's next battle. And from here, yeah, it's just clean up, as per usual. Yeah. And this final raid that I'm about to show you guys is a ring base, where I absolutely just tear it apart. Let's go check it out. Alrighty, we have more of a ring base here, which has got the funky little inferno compartments. This guy's base just gets absolutely destroyed. As you see, he has his scatter shots with his infernos, so those were just a no-go in terms of pushing with 3 expos in the back end and heroes. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get that eagle artillery and the clan castle because that's plenty of value for the queen. Use the baby dragon to kind of push her downwards. A lot of storages, so it takes a second here. Try to use a test wall breaker. Use some more, and then a rage just to get him in there. All you need is 1 if you got him under rage at max level. She kills the royal champ. Ends up gonna kill the CC. Kind of weird clan castle. P.E.K.K.A. Ice Golem Balloon for defensive clan castle is not the best choice. And yeah, I try to get her in some more, but they hit a giant bomb. I should have done a test wall breaker. I use the king at the bottom here to funnel. I kill the eagle, and the queen decides to head down, and you can kind of see the path I've already made right there. Perfect. I give the miners a couple seconds before I send the hogs, because I know they have a lot of DPS with the storages and whatnot. And then everything goes, you know, similar to the last ring I showed you guys in the beginning of the video. When the town hall's in the middle, I can just send a blimp for it, so I'm kind of just letting everything cruise around the side here. Queen's stuck on a wall, per usual, but it is what it is. I do an early ability, because I know we're hitting the high DPS area with the 3 expos and some heroes. And I just freeze the town hall, because although Yetis could probably take that town hall out, they did get nerfed on the update when they're alone on the town hall. So I didn't want to take that chance. My queen's getting target hard on the left if you look by a single target inferno and a scatter shot. The auto ability went off, which was good, I guess, obviously. And then from there, you know, keeping the queen alive is the main thing as she hits up the back end. And then it's just absolutely domination. This is the attack I was talking about with all my heroes staying alive. As I have all 4 of them still up from the last battle. that about sums it up from today. That's probably all the attacks I'll do today. Let's go check out my log so far. I've only done 4. I'm up 32 on it. Still down to defense. But I'm not pushing this season because I have to leave in the middle of it. And I won't be on Clash at all for a little bit of time. So, unfortunately, I will not be pushing. I'll still be making content, probably war recaps, especially with CWL coming up in a few days here. But yeah, that's about it. 3 days until CWL. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and sub. And yeah, thanks guys. I'll see you next time.